Good evening, parents. I'm here to talk to you about AP Human Geo. AP Human Geo is an amazing class that I'm so happy your kids get an opportunity to take. It will open their eyes in ways that they could never have them opened otherwise. And it looks at the world differently than other social science classes that they've had in the past. So in the past, they learn about history. And I love history. History is very important. We do touch upon history, but our focus is what is happening around the world, where is it happening, and why is it happening there. And we look at subject matters starting with population migration. And then we go into culture, which culture covers religion, it covers language. People don't think of those things as culture, but they really are the most important cultural elements. And then we go into political geography. This is not politics of Republicans and Democrats. This is the different types of politics that are around the world. And then after that, we go into agriculture. And after agriculture, we do urban studies and industrial studies and economic studies. So we cover a huge variety of things in this class. And the class obviously is going to be really different this year. I'm still trying to retool things to work for your kids. I am worried that it's going to lose a little of its dynamic element by not having the class in person. So I keep working on things to try to make it better. Definitely for right now, your kids need to check in with me on Zoom in every class. I am trying to limit the amount of Zoom time to make it so they don't run into Zoom fatigue. I know it's exhausting to sit there on meetings and listen to Zoom class all day because I've been there. So I get it. So what I'm trying to do is pre-record lessons. This is really time consuming. I'm trying my best to get it done as quickly as I can. But things don't always upload like I expected them to, and they don't always go as quickly as I would like them to go. So that is a work in process, but I want you to know that is what I am working on. Then the other thing is, as far as late work, because that comes up sometimes, for the most part, I'm kind of flexible, but I will say that there is an ultimate cutoff date. So I set up a due date for every assignment. And I encourage them to turn it in before that due date. But as long as they get the assignment in before I actually get it graded and recorded, I'm not so picky about like the exact time and day that they turned it in. Oftentimes I have a week lag time before I get everything graded and recorded. So it does give them a little play, but I tell the students, I'm like, don't expect it, because especially as the year goes on, I get a lot more efficient with getting everything recorded. And so at first there's more of a lag. And then as the year goes on, I kind of get rolling with how I want everything to go. So it's a lot more efficient. So there is a little lag time. So I'm not super rigid, but if you or they go in a couple of weeks after an assignment is up and they're like, oh man, that not doing that really killed my grade, I really should have done it. Hey, Mrs. McCormick, can I do it? Yeah, you can do it, totally. And mom and dad, yeah, your kid can do it. But there is going to be a point penalty of 50%. So if I'm having to go back and retool my thinking to grade an assignment that you did not feel the need to do on time, and then go back in and change Student Connect and all of that. So it's a lot more time consuming for me. So to discourage that, want the students to know there is a penalty, and parents, I do want you to know there is a penalty. Now, another thing I want you to know about this class is study skills, and teaching study skills is really important to me. And if students are 14 and 15 years old and they're going to be successful in a university class, because that's what this is, they need to learn how to study. And so, as much as human geography, teaching human geography, I also teach them how to be successful, independent students. So I try to get the kids to move away from what do I have to do to the thinking of what can I do to learn this material. That this is about learning. It's not about checking off points and earning a grade. One thing I tell the students, and I'm going to tell you this too, parents, that kids have earned an A in this class and gotten a 1 on the AP exam. So the AP exam is scored from 1 to 5, 1 being the lowest and 5 being the highest. But I've had kids who've gotten A's because their whole goal is to turn things in and get points and not retain and not learn. And they're just trying to learn it for the minute. They do a lot of cramming. They're not building upon their learning. One of the things I teach the kids is that it takes 7 layers of exposure to new material to have it really become part of you and what you know. And so if they don't have that 7 layers, they're not going to really make it meaningful and to be able to do something with it on the AP exam, because the AP exam is not just a recall exam. It's application. The students have to be able to apply the material, and to apply the material, they have to really have full comprehension for the material. So that's where some, not most, a few of my A students fall short, where they're just all about, checking off the boxes and cramming for the exam, and then also maybe turning in some work that they didn't do themselves, and finding ways to skirt around the right way of doing things. And so they end up not passing. Now, there's other kids who end up not passing because they panic. But I do want you to know, I teach your kids test taking skills, because test taking skills are half of the battle. And then, so test taking skills, also learning those in this class, are going to help them for their essay, their SAT. It's also going to help them for future AP exams. So this is a great starting point for your kids to have a wonderful AP career. And if they decide to do that, it's also a good place to find out if AP is for them. So if they find this class kind of overwhelming, because honestly, it is one of the most manageable AP classes on campus. If they find this class overwhelming, and you as a parent find you are struggling with your kid to get them to do what they're supposed to do, AP classes may not be for them. They may do really wonderfully in college prep classes, but AP classes may not be for them. And this is a great place to find this out, because this is a low risk course. It's an elective. And being an elective, if they don't do well, they don't have, let's say they fail. Let's hope they don't. But let's say they fail. It's not required that they make up this course. So as long as they have enough units to graduate, in the end, it doesn't matter that they failed AP Human Geo. So this is a great testing ground for whether they want to be an AP student, or, and it also sets that foundation if they do want to be an AP student. So College Board website is a place to find out more detailed information about this class. I have, in my letters I've sent to you, linked their website and this class for you, so that you get that information. So I'm not going to go into all the big details. I'm going to leave it to you to do that on your own. But I want you to know it's a great class. I do support your kids every step of the way. I know that they're 14, and I know that they're 14 doing a university course. So I teach them like they're 14, but I also teach it like it's a university course. So I get them where they need to be. And I'm so proud of the success that my kids have had in this class over the past 5 years. So I'm so happy to be here with your kids. And if you have any questions, please reach out to me and email me. And I'm, just happy to be here. Bye, guys.